And with that, we come to our last video of the night. No need to do any surprises now because Leroy knows what it has to be. It has to be Ghosted.
Yep.
We've been talking about actually in these other videos. If you watch them in order, who knows what order I'll put them up in? But if you watch them in order, we've been talking about Chris Evans and Ana de Armas talking about a movie they were working on while talking about Gray Man.
So hold on. We haven't been talking about it. You texted me and said, excuse me, there's a movie out or there's some art out promotional material for a movie called Ghosted with Chris Evans and Ana de Armas. And I was like, that's interesting because I remember them discussing that they would be teaming up on another project while they were doing press for the Gray Man. Because if you go back and watch, Chris Evans and Ana de Armas is in the Gray Man, and Ana de Armas is the new it girl. I would say I think she is on the Margot Robbie trend.
Mm-hmm.
You remember when Margot Robbie came out and everybody was like, "Oh, we have to get her and everything."
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Ana de Armas is on that trajectory, and she's been in a lot of stuff, and people have been noticing. So this is the second pairing of Chris Evans and Ana de Armas, but this time they are friends and not enemies. I don't know. Let's see.
All right, let's find out.
I was just wondering if you wanted to, go out sometime.
You want to get a coffee?
Now?
Yes, now.
I'll just hang on.
I'm gonna tell you right now, they have more chemistry in this little clip than the last trailer we watched.
I mean, I know this sounds crazy, but I think she might be the one. She really is great. You'll see.
Any word?
She ghosted him.
I bet she isn't even seeing your text.
Amy
Travel a lot
Sedaris.
for work.
Go to her.
I'm going to London.
Don't do that.
500 miles an hour.
It's a grand romantic gesture. Yeah, that is amazing, mate. 5,000 miles to surprise a girl who you've only met once, especially if she's the one who ghosted you.
Hey, that's what is his name?
No,
It's a weird name.
She just doesn't
Yeah.
have an international calling plan.
Oh, right.
Where am I?
Oh,
Oh, God, you have the wrong guy?
I'm a former.
Wait.
Can you walk, Cole?
I just got turned on. I want to be rescued. Katie.
Oh, Deadpool on top. Oh,
Oh. Oh, I know.
Who are you?
We are cosplaying this.
So confused. They kept asking me about the tax man.
They asked you about the taxman.
They think I am a tax man. You're the tax man.
Oh my God.
Oh, God.
okay.
You got me kidnapped and tortured all after one day. I saw the rock.
You're the one who flew to London.
It was a romantic gesture.
Huh.
Get every bounty hunter on the continent.
Adrian Brody, okay. Oh,
This is bigger than you and me.
Did it ever occur to you that he could be a foreign asset trying to compromise your mission?
Is that Bushmaster?
it looked like it.
Where are you? I'm the boyfriend.
Do you trust me?
Is that a joke?
No. Oh,
Yeah, that looked like it hurt.
yeah, it did. Yeah, we go cosplay that.
That is,
Hey, don't call us a Saturday.
I
Somebody
like
could be tied-
that.
Somebody could be tied up.
I like
It's
that.
gonna be me.
Um,
Now, here's the thing. We just got finished talking about the Citadel with
Priyanka and
Priyanka
Madden.
Jones, who's married to one of the Jonas brothers. Um,
She will all
and
be Priyanka Chopra to me.
and Rob Stark, Richard Madden, and we talked about the fact of getting the chemistry right, and we talked about this that it's spy movies are always precarious, or the spy genre is always precarious because you have to get the banter, you have to make it fun if it's not a thriller, and you have to get that chemistry right. And I said this in the beginning as we were watching it. Ana de Armas and Chris Evans had chemistry in that first little moment that we saw them in the car, and I never got that in the Ghosted. Like it was almost there in the knife scene in Ghost in the Citadel. It was almost there, but I didn't get that from them, and I'm wondering, is it because they're not supposed to be a couple? And
Who's not supposed to be a couple?
The two in Citadel. Like, are they not supposed to be a
they're
couple?
taking each other's clothes off in the show.
I mean,
I hope they are consenting adults. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, I don't know. I just, so I say that to say this Ghosted trailer, but again, this is a trailer. This is cut in a way that it is believable, and I like the characters.
I am always a fan of when, and I don't know if it's against type, but somebody just does something that they don't normally do. But the idea of Chris Evans not being the one to save her, but she's saving him, I like that.
And we've
being
seen,
kind of like, oh, I'm kind of lost at this. I like it.
and here's the thing: we've seen her be a badass already. We've seen her
Sure.
be a badass in The Gray Man. We saw her be a badass in the James Bond. So we've seen her kick ass and take names.
She about to be a badass ballerina.
Oh yeah, and the John Wick universe. So here's the cast, and I'm all for this. Ana de Armas, Amy Sedaris, Adrian Brody, Chris Evans, Tim Blake Nelson, Tate Donovan, bad guy, Lizzie Broadway, Mustafa Shakir.
That is okay. It was Bushmaster.
Yep. And then we've got there was somebody else that I noticed that I'm trying to remember. Fahim Fazli. I'm bad at names. But yeah,
go ahead.
Don't think so. But here's another thing that I'm interested in, I'm interested in, and I find very comforting. So this movie is directed by Dexter Fletcher, who was he used to be an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I feel good about that, but also Chris McKenna is one of the writers on this.
I like Chris McKenna.
Yes, and Chris McKenna has written all the Spider-Man movies, and he was one of the writers on Ant-Man and Wasp. So he was also a producer on American Dad and The Mindy Project and Community. So like, I feel like this has the potential to be very good. And you made a mention of it's some from the Deadpool people, and that's because they have the writer for Deadpool, Deadpool 1 and 2, Zombieland, and Brett Reese.
Okay.
And Paul Wernick is one of the writers on it, who was also on Deadpool, Deadpool 2, and Zombieland. So that makes me hopeful. Now you'll take it in a different direction because Paul Wernick also wrote Six Underground, and you're not a fan of Six Underground or Zombieland Double Tapped. But I'm
not a fan of
Madison.
Madison.
You didn't like Madison.
Yeah.
And I love Madison. I would watch a whole movie about Madison from Zombieland. But but you were not a fan of Six Underground.
Mm-mm.
And you were like, that's all over the place. And I agree with you, but I still liked it.
Yeah, you also like Ambulance.
That's a good movie. I don't know what you're talking about. You saw Robin Hood in theater, so I don't want to hear what you got to say. Your credibility is shot.
Did I see Robin Hood in the theater?
You did. You went to see it because you texted me and you were like, guess where I'm at?
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. Sometimes you can live on the edge. I saw House Party over the weekend. Oof.
I don't know why you did that.
That movie is low, and it just gets lower and lower.
Really?
Yes, it is.
So
bad.
here's the thing: we did a reaction to the trailer. We were like, well, maybe it's just because we're older and we're not the target audience. And I noticed some.
I don't know who the target audience is for that movie.
Here's the thing: it was not well received. So
it shouldn't be. I was like, this movie is garbage. I will say this Kid Cudi was pretty funny in it.
Kid
other than
Cudi's. I will say Kid Cudi's a good actor.
Yeah,
I
other than
like
that, I
him.
was like, this movie is bad.
As far as one of the actors turn rappers turn actors, I think he's done a very good job. Remember, he was pretty good in Westworld.
Mhm.
The Need for Speed, I liked him in that, even though the movie was bad.
There we go. But we talking about a bunch of other stuff that we're not talking about right now. Right now, we're talking about Ghosted.
Ghosted.
Ghosted looks fun. I like I like Chris Evans being a man in distress.
Hold
He
on.
can be saved by Ana de Armas. I love it.
Do you think he's a man in distress? Because they raised an interesting point when they were like, "Who is he? He could be a spy himself." Do you think he's just?
No, I don't think so. I think
I'm
he
j-
is just a. I hope not. I don't because I don't need him to be. Because then I feel like it kind of takes away from the idea of him being an undercover person too.
Mhm.
I just want him to be a regular person, and then he gets saved. Like what was the movie with Mila Kunis and
My boyfriend is a spy.
Yes, I really enjoyed that movie. Give me that version now where the gender roles are flipped or whatever.
Because
I'd
that
be
was
happy
with
that.
Kate McKinnon
Yes.
was the best friend,
Yeah.
and kind of the same thing. Where the difference was that they were chasing her, and spoiler alert, in the movie, her ex-boyfriend was a bad guy.
Thank you, nerd, for telling us the movie. But yeah, anyway, I just like the idea that it
The movie's
was cool.
like 10 years old. Shut up.
I don't think it's 10 years old.
It's old.
I don't know.
Hold on,
about
let's look it up. Let's look it
10.
up.
Okay.
My boyfriend is a spy. My ex-boyfriend was a spy. Something like that.
Anyway, like, comment, subscribe while Leroy looks that up. Follow us. We try on YouTube, Facebook. We try on y'all Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, all those places. Have you found it yet? I was trying to
Hold on.
install some time here.
I didn't know how to. I didn't type in the right movie. So I just had to look it up by Mila Kunis's name, and Spy Who Dumped Me. Oh, that's why I didn't get it. 2018. See, I was close.
You weren't. Nope. No, sir. That's not how math works.
You don't know how
on
math
that note-
works.
Okay.
That's
on
that new
note-
math they teaching.
Okay.
Common Core.
All right, folks. We out. Bye.